Long ago, in the kingdom of Vaishanpur, known for its silver rivers and sky-touching towers, lived Queen Charumati. Wise, graceful, and beloved by all. But there was one secret she carried that no one in the palace dared speak of. The queen never slept. Not once since the day she sat on the throne. Her eyes always open, her mind always sharp. The physicians were puzzled. The priest called it a divine blessing. But the old maid who raised her whispered a different tale. That sleep had been stolen from her, in exchange for something far more dangerous. Every night, when the kingdom slept, Queen Charumati would descend into the underground temple buried beneath the palace, a place forbidden to all but the ruler. No one knew what she did there. But they say strange blue light glowed from the cracks in the stone. When asked, she only smiled and said, "A kingdom ruled by dreams must never be led by a dreamer." Years passed. Charumati never aged. She ruled for 70 years without illness, without rest, without ever blinking longer than a heartbeat. But one day, a young historian named Arav arrived in the palace, claiming to have discovered a scroll from a time before the kingdom itself. It spoke of a pact made by the first queen of Vaishanpur, a pact with the ancient Yakshini of endless wakefulness. In exchange for divine wisdom and eternal rule, the queen gave up the right to sleep and passed the burden to her bloodline forever. Charumati was the last in that line. Arav begged her to end the curse. He had uncovered a way, a ritual that required a single tear from the sleepless queen, proof of true sorrow and release. But Charumati had not cried in decades. The queen stared at the young man. For the first time, her hands trembled. She rose and walked to the grand balcony overlooking her silent, peaceful kingdom. She whispered, "Let the next ruler dream." And with that, she closed her eyes. A single tear fell, pure, shimmering like moonlight. The winds howled. The palace trembled. The underground temple cracked open. But Queen Charumati did not move. She had fallen into the first sleep of her life, a deep, eternal slumber. The next morning, the palace bells rang, not in mourning, but in wonder. Flowers bloomed out of season. The rivers shone brighter. The curse had lifted. The queen's statue stands today with closed eyes and a peaceful smile, forever remembered as the queen who finally dreamed.